Alrighty. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Um, Doing it a little differently today. I didn't feel like being visually perceived, so I decided to go ahead and pull it up on here. We're just gonna do some readings. If this is for you, allow it to be for you. I'm just gonna go ahead and start pulling out the cards. I'm feeling like wanting to do like an elemental reading, but instead I'm just gonna do a full collective reading in regards to the new moon, probably just with different messages. So, but we all know how that goes. So let's go ahead. Spirit drew me to this deck, so we're gonna go ahead and pull it out. Um, we got a lot of different energies going on here. Thank you, Spirit. I just want to gather what your emotions is feeling with this new moon in Scorpio. It's about releasing a lot of things, things coming a lot to light. So the new moons, of course, are about new beginnings, letting go, but with Scorpio being about the redeath, the rebirth, the death card, things of that sort is about really everything that was coming up to the surface that really needed to be gone, conversations that needed to be had were had, things of that sort. It came up. Okay. And this is right after our super moon in Aries, so it was holding a lot of energy of information for you guys. So I want to go ahead and pull out a weekly reading. This collective. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a few different today. This collective feels it's just a lot of energy surging through you right now. So I want to figure out what's going on with your emotions. Maybe see if we can start there. Not see if we'll start there. It's almost a little bit of a confusing energy, almost um, like almost uncertainty to a certain point. Um, Make sure you get it. Okay, yeah, carry on. So it's almost like an uncertainty of what's going on. It's like you have it's not an uncertainty of like not knowing or not having information. Uncertainty is more like I have so much information. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to begin. I don't know where to go, how to function with all this information, with this new knowledge, with these new emotions as well. It's just a lot going. It's a lot of newness for you, and it's given that you're trying to figure out exactly what to do with this newness. And for some of you, it may feel like you're being a little lazy because you're kind of just sitting still, right? And this is a physical emotion. So maybe you feel like, because I'm not physically doing something with this information, with this knowledge, with this, I'm hearing with this rejuvenated energy that's coming into my life, I'm lazy. I'm not being productive. And sometimes when new things come in or you're starting over, it's a journey or anything of that sort, it's going to take some time for you to gather the knowledge, for you to gather how it possibly affected you or made you feel. It doesn't always necessarily have to be bad or even good. It can be in this moment where you're feeling kind of unsure. And so you do need that stillness. You do need those moments of not moving. Of I'm hearing also not thinking. And sometimes for some of you, you feel like if you're not moving your body, I'm hearing idle hands are the devil's playground. You feel this way. It's like something that's rooted in you. Like if I'm not doing, I'm not moving, I'm not putting in some sort of action. Oh, geez, my hands is ash. Putting in some sort of action, you feel lazy. And it says typically a lack of motivation will cause a feeling of laziness, and in perpetuated, it may unintentionally become a self sabotaging behavior. As a pattern is repeated over and over, being lazy will suspend action and may cloud our sense of purpose. Like I said, it's not that you don't have information, it's not that you don't have the knowledge or the understanding or anything of that sort. You do, it's just in this, you're lacking the motivation, the drive. It's like the want to do it. And it's not a sense of like you don't have a passion for something, because you do have a passion for something, you just don't have the motivation. And people feel like those two are synonymous. I got a passion for this, but you do have the drive for it, the motivation for it, the energy for it, you know? And it could have been this information that you found out, you feel like it puts you in kind of a setback or you're starting over, or things weren't as they seemed with all this information that has come in for you. And you don't know quite what to do with it. And so you feel like, shit, I just need to not move. And so sometimes that can feel like you are stagnant or there's nothing going on. But in a sense of reality of itself, this keeps coming out on top. And literally keeps coming out on top. With the sense of reality of itself, you feel like, okay, I'm physically being lazy. When spiritually and possibly emotionally, you're just figuring things out. You're figuring out all this energy that you're getting and all this emotion and things of that sort. So you're feeling this physically like, I'm not doing anything. And right now, Spirit is saying for some of you, don't need to do anything. You need to just adjust to how this is making you feel with this information that has come in, with this revelation, with this news, because you do still have the passion, you do still have the want, the need. It's just right now you don't have the drive or the motivation, right? Um, Today I got off work and I was like, I don't really know if I really want to do this. And I was like, I'm gonna just set up the system because this is my passion. This is what I love to do. This is what I enjoy doing. But sometimes my motivation and drive does not match my intensity of passion, my intensity of hope, and just my excitement for this. It doesn't always match. And I'm hearing that that's also something with this as well too, where you feel like it's not matching, where you have so much passion, so many ideas, so many thoughts, which is probably why you're also, I'm feeling like overwhelmed or unsure. It's because you have all this and you feel like you're not moving quickly enough or moving at all, which gives this feeling of laziness because it's happening. Like I said, it happens through, it has to, it's a pattern that has to be repeated over and over and over again, right? So some crystals or stones that help you is malachite, apodite, halidor, and zincite. Um, and even today you have to realize that right now you may be comfortable in just sitting and or wanting to jump up and move into anything, or you just may feel really comfortable just sitting and just being, trying to soak. Versus different than soaking and gathering information. You're like trying to soak in this information, right? Do you want to be uncomfortable later due to your comfortability now, or do you want to be uncomfortable now and start realizing what you want to do and then be comfortable later with the realization that I have to take that step, right? And so your intuitive emotion, right? Your intuition, kind of more on the spiritual side of things. Your intuition, right, is disappointed, right? And disappointment elicits a feeling of unhappiness between your hopes and intentions and what actually materializes into reality. It says you are often left with a bitter taste of defeat or failure, and the feeling of disappointment can be a setback to your resilience. You are asked to re examine the relationship of expectations, right? And like I said, with this information coming in with the new moon of Scorpio, it's about letting go. This new moon was about release, like nobody's business. It was really about cutting ties. Shout out to the album. It's about cutting ties, releasing, and truly letting go. So physically, you're feeling like I'm not matching up with my drive, my passion, my goals, my wants, my desires. It could be that you're holding on to the expectation of something that you haven't let go. And so, with this new information coming in, it was a realization that what I thought something was, it truly wasn't. What I thought something was going to happen, I thought they were going to do this was going to happen, it didn't. And so sometimes the reason why disappointed is in your intuitive emotions, because that, it doesn't sound here, but that can also lead to doubt. Down in yourself and being able to make the right choices, make the right decisions, make the right actions or non-actions, things of that sort, and that can lead to that. So if you group laziness and disappointment together, um, you get somebody that is quite unsure of where to go because they're disappointed in how things, like I said, turned out. The reality of the situation did not meet the expectation of it, and that's why I say passions, desires, and goals aren't the same as drive, motivation, and action, because those are things that you're feeling inside of yourself. You're thinking, your ideas, your creations, but you need that in order to put you in the driver's seat to be driven, right? You got to start packing it up. You got to start realizing, what is it? Okay. Alrighty. So with this, anything else in regards to their emotions for this collective, for how they're feeling, in regards to this new information? Like I said, it's just, I'm also, for a lot of you, I just keep hearing new energy. They keep saying it's new energy, new energy, new energy. So you want to go into this cycle of being comfortable in your laziness, and that can lead to disappointment. But in all honesty, it's not going to help you, right? Because you're disappointed by the reality of the situation, which is in turn for some of you making you feel like you are lazy or becoming lazy, right? So for disappointment, you're going to use gold sheen obsidian, red coral, and imperial topaz. Our final card for this is intellectual, which is mental clarity, right? Your mindset. Intuitive emotions is more like your spiritual outlook on things, in a sense, and that it's not necessarily obviously all that that is, because it's an emotion when it's the spiritual outlook. And this is saying mentally, this is where you are. Like I said, it's a lot of new information, um, a lot of news, a lot of clarity, a lot of new energy. It's just a lot of new. And or some of you don't know how to physically deal with it, right? And so your mental clarity is coming in for intellectual. It says intellect is not limited to academia and being book smart. There are multiple ways it can be expressed. Intellectual people are often creative, able to problem solve, think outside the box, communicate well, and express a high level of emotional intelligence. Okay? And again, this is you figuring out, am I in a pattern? Am I repeating something when something new comes in? Whether it be information, whether it be people, whether it be opportunities, whether it be a download, whether it be a sign. It's, do I fall into this repeated cycle of just being suspended in action and not moving? And that was clouding my purpose. And due to a cloud of my purpose, could be because I was disappointed in the expectations that maybe I set on myself, that I set on reality, based off the information I had or was expecting to get, and that was leading me to possibly this. But this, it has to go further than what you think it is. This is you tapping into you. When you are intellectual, like I said, when it goes beyond being book smart, your wisdom that you have, that you know, that you understand, doesn't always have to come from a book, and it doesn't always, right? You can get that. You can go ahead and get that from life experiences of just living. You can get that from talking to people, and you can get that from books. You can get that from reading. You can get that from anything. But when it comes to your intellect and talking about, I'm hearing like your goals, your passions, and drives, it is very much strong in this collective. Your goals, your passions, your drives. You don't want to be disappointed in how you act or not react to things and things of that sort. So you need to come up with a plan. I'm hearing you need to come up with a plan. If you don't want to be lazy, if you truly want to do what you want to do, you want to see your dreams, desires, and passions manifest, you need to come up with a plan. Because right now, if this is saying it may cloud your sense of purpose, and this is for mental clarity, this is letting you know you need to write it out, right? And even if it's you don't even know what your plan is, write down what your desires are, your passions are, your fears, your worriedness. Why do you feel like where this disappointment is coming from? Write down your expectations of what you are looking to happen. So that way it makes it a little bit easier, maybe, right? But they're hearing just write, draw, create, express, because that is what is also going to push and continuously pull you in the right direction for tapping into that motivation for your drive of your passions, desires, goals. There is literally a white butterfly. Goals, dreams, a message just coming in. They don't want you to stop because of this new energy that you're feeling, this new cycle, this new change. And they don't want you to fall into self sabotaging ways or doubt or disappointment, okay? They want you to fully take grasp into what is for you. Bless me. Is anybody else when somebody sneezes? when you're watching a video and it's obviously already pre-recorded and live, do you bless them? Like, I've been blessing people after I watch videos. Like, bless you, bless you. Spirit, I do. Let's go ahead and get a card for each of these, okay? You understand how they kind of play a role with each other, but let's go ahead and get a card, okay? Spirit, what do you have for physical emotions, laziness? What can they know and understand about that? What's possibly keeping them in a cycle? What can help them out of a cycle, Spirit? What do you have for them? I don't like that. There we go. What do you have for them for their physical emotions, lazy? It's like fighting. It's fighting me to come out. What do you have for intuitive emotion, Spirit? It's like one more for lazy. I feel it in my bones. What's the final card for lazy? Girl. Come on. There we go. See that? I gotta keep looking. Okay, pull you down, pull you down, pull you down. I think y'all can see, but I can't see behind that little black. But we gonna rock and roll with it. Okay, baby. Okay. There you go. Alrighty. I like the looks of that. Awesome. Okay. Alrighty. Sometimes you gotta put the message out. All right. So for lazy, we have truth. We have the truth card. Like I said, it can put you in a pattern. It can put you in a cycle. You don't have the motivation, right? And that's why they kept telling me, like, write and draw for you guys, or come up with the plan and things like that, because they want you to start writing, journaling, all of these things, right? Because that'll also give you inspiration, give you that spark, give you that push to want to do what you want to do, but it also allows you to weigh what you do and don't need to do. So that way you aren't worn out. So that way you aren't tired. So that way you can be more truthful for what you can take on and what you can't take on. Excuse me. Bless me. Right? Because with these physical emotions, this is what's weighing on you physically. This is the action that you're and the toll that you're possibly putting on your body, or the weight, or the resistance, whatever it is. But with this laziness, is that we know that it's almost like with this truth card coming in with this physical, it's like you're not moving your body enough to match it with where your mind is. Like I said, it's like your drives and your passions aren't matching up, right? You got intellectual for mentally clear, but your physical body isn't. It's like it's not feeling that, right? It's like it's this almost this disconnect because it's so many emotions, so many new emotions, so many new truths, new understandings, possibly new goals. I'm hearing new dreams. So with this truth, you need to lay it out for yourself, lay out the reality of the situation for yourself, because that's why we have the disappointed card right after. But we'll get into that, of course, and how everything ties. But with the truth card coming in, this is literally a pin, a feathered pin coming in, letting you know you need to start getting this truth out, this understanding out, whether it's writing it, whether it's journaling it. It's the same thing. Whether it's singing, whether it's just saying out loud, I'm being honest, but they really need you to start having a recollection of your goals, but also your progress, and also your setbacks, and also your questions and your concerns, but also your truth and your wisdom that you do know. I want you to write and start doing all of that. right? Because you keep weighing on your body. You keep weighing it on your body, and you need this mental clarity. But right now, with all this laziness of just being stagnant, suspended in action, as they called it, suspended in action, like you were moving and then you just stopped. Like I said, the motivation is not matching up with your desire. Line it up again, because maybe your desires aren't matching up to where you are mentally. Maybe you do need that break. Like I said, if it intellectual is not just being book smart, maybe you're pushing yourself in a way that you feel like, if I don't do this, I can't get here. I can't do this. Da, da, da. You need to figure out the truth for yourself. What is going to work for you? How is it going to push you to not feel like you're lazy, but also feel accomplished without being worn out? You need to start figuring out the balance. Okay? Which is where divinity comes in, right? Your intuitive emotions and divinity. Come on now. Anyway, but with your intuitive emotions and divinity coming in, it is saying you are divinely guided. You are divinely protected. Your guides are here. This is for all of them, but your guides are here. They're here to lead you and help you with the truth. They're here to help you understand that you are so special, so one of a kind, so unique that I'm gonna just say it how they tell me. There shouldn't be a such thing as disappointment in your life when you're living it for you and not for the expectation of an outside relay, right? And none of that means if you can't, get outside gratification and things of that sort. But with this disappointment card, it's this hopes, your intentions again aren't reaching up with where your passions and drive is, your motivation is, your desires are, but they also aren't reaching up where your physical limits are. Right. And I'm hearing like I got so many ideas, so many things I want to do, and I want to create this, but I also got to do this. It's like you're not honing in on a skill, not even a skill, on a set mindset of a long term. People think a long term is just setting up a long term plan and going, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna grind and I'm gonna grind. But a long term goal is also thinking about your body. How is it gonna keep up with all these in ingenuitive ideas that you have? These inspirations, all this, because it's suspending in action, meaning it's like it caught your ass while you was running. And you just hanging there while you was moving because it kept weighing down on you, kept pulling it, right? And it says it may unintentionally becoming self-sabotaging behavior because you're feeling so tired, you're feeling so worn out that you can't trust. I was expecting this. I did all this. I did all. I was expecting this. I was expecting them to say that. I was expecting it to go this way. Your expectations are leading you to doubt the reality of the situation and your intuition and your growth and all things of that sort. Right? So when you take that into divinity coming in for your disappointment, it's saying don't be disappointed in things that may feel like a setback, may even feel like a letdown. Because with this Scorpio new moon energy coming in for you, this is a let go. This is a release. We're trying to come in and let you know what was a disappointment was actually for your desire. Right? Was for what you truly are going for. Because it feels like it feels like a setback on your resilience, on your strength, on your determination to do it, to know that you can do it. And then divinity is coming and saying that you can, whether it's your guides, your ancestors, your rishas, your oshes, all of it, whomever you believe in, that is the divine coming in and saying, don't be disappointed in self or intuition because of how things are happening, because it ain't played out yet, especially with the boundaries card coming in for your mental clarity. Like I said, you can't take and do everything. Your body is taking the toll, and now your intuition is taking the toll. You need to set a plan, a schedule, a moment for you to actually realize how capable and wise you are. And that's just setting boundaries. All right. And sometimes, of course, a boundary is if you do this, I will do this. Boundaries are about the actions that you can take, the reactions that you can take. It is about you. If somebody does something, this is how you will react. This is how I will move. This is how I will operate. You cannot control anyone else. So when it comes to boundaries, you have to set your limitations to what you can and can't do. You have to say yes or no. Yes, I can do this right now. I cannot, or no, I'm not. No. I got to do something for me right now. But with these boundaries start coming in and results, it can be in regards to career. Maybe you're taking on way too many projects, just trying to show I can do it. I'm an all around. I'm here. I'm here for my company. I'm here for my job. I can do it. I can do it. But then it starts to become lazy because now you're slacking on certain projects. You're not able to finish. And so sometimes maybe the expectation of other people can also lead to disappointment because you weren't able to meet it. But that's when you have to intellectualize, come with this mental clarity, and realize maybe my strengths aren't here. Maybe I don't need to spread myself so thin that it's translucent, right? And this is in regards to love, and you feel like, oh, that one hit hard. If you feel, if you feel like it's not moving, it's almost like holding you in. I'm hearing what I wanted out of this relationship. I'm not getting. Is not meeting my expectations of love and desire for some. And that can lead to a laziness and wanting to work things out, wanting to communicate, wanting even to tell the truth. And it's not a means that you lying, but it's also a means of not being vulnerable, not being open. And so now that also can lead to you being disappointed in expectations. You're trying to over intellectualize a relationship, which is causing you to weaken your boundaries because you feel like, maybe if I wean on this and do this and allow them to do this, it might help. When maybe it's just not what you were looking for. Or maybe you're doing too much for an ending relationship because of what you feel like it should look like or feel like, and you're not talking to the other person in relationship for what you do want it to look like and feel like for you guys, right? And that's in romantic love or family or friends, right? But boundaries are needed to be set for you. What courses of action are you going to take? Because with your guys coming in and this water energy that's and this water energy coming in, it's like I said, in Scorpio obviously is water energy as well. It's clearing it out. It's saying right now you're gonna need to start anew and start afresh. So do it in a way that you're not disappointed in yourself or your body. Because like I said, the guys in Divinity are here. They're helping you to reinforce it, they're helping you to lead it, all of this. Okay? Ahead and see if we have any other messages in regards to this collective spirit. Yeah, I just keep hearing new energy, new love. It's like on some new shit. Okay. All right, and that's this starts all in. Yeah. It could be the information that you found. The information that you found was about someone, and it's causing you to like put up this wall, and this wall is causing you to be lazy and not put any effort for yourself. But not even like put up this wall, but it's like put up this facade. Everything's fine, everything is okay, and that's also why they want you to lean into the truth. Because with the disappointment card, it literally says you blurred reality. Not blurred, but like your reality not materialize. What you wanted to not materialize. So if you already are having a facade up, that means you have it up for other people. And Spirit is coming in with saying you need the truth, and this is all under your physical body. This is changing the way that you act and react to things. Right? This is changing the way that you act and react. You think about things, how you truly process them. Are you thinking in a way that is self-sabotage, where you're trying to either play the victim or stay where you are, so because you know exactly what to expect, whatever it is, they're saying drop the facade. Tell the truth. Be the truth. Live in this truth. Because it's needed, because whatever it is, whomever it is, it can be the job. We know jobs, as soon as you're gone, they hire somebody else. I worked at a place where they hired people where you like put out job ads, and there's so many people out there, they just like, oh no, I'm not really hiring people. I just want to see what's out there, just in case. Or they'll be like, yeah, I just hired somebody like maybe a week ago, but I want to make sure if they work out or not. I'm ready. Or I also heard, yeah, but I don't really like my team, so I'm looking for new people. So that's in regards to a job, right? They don't care, move on. You're going, you're sick, they don't care. You are. So make sure, don't just take on projects, take on extra roles, especially without Pam here. Doing all these extras when they honestly don't care about you, your mental or physical health or any of it. The divine is saying you need to realize who you are and recognize that. Because you're expecting, oh, maybe they're finally going to see me this time for that raise, for that promotion. And you're just a really great team player. And that's exactly how you're going to stay. Or they're finally going to see that I'm like putting extra time and care. I'm doing more than I've ever done. I'm bending over backwards. And it's a realization of, okay, great. Thanks for the extra love and care. Kid, and they hit you on the chin. Like, it's this means. And that's why they're doing the mental clarity, intellectual mental health check, because you need boundaries. It's almost like you're equating. I can't hear it because obviously this is collective, so I can't get like a exact message for you guys, but I'm gonna get the exact message as much as I can. But it's almost like they want you to, I mean, yeah, the win is what, snap the fuck out of it is what I'm almost hearing. It's like I said, it's almost like you're you know, you're almost too external. Like I said, you're too out there, and it's like almost forgetting and neglecting who you are, right? And so you need to check in with yourself, which is also why they want you to write or draw or sing or get that in truth out and start speaking it and living it in action. If you don't want to do it right now, say you don't want to do it right now. If you do want to do it right now, set up a plan and do what you need to do. But remember, you're going to be uncomfortable for a moment, to be uncomfortable hell long later, for a long time, or you're going to be comfortable now and be uncomfortable later because you're disappointed and sad, and it's a means of, I would take this uncomfortability of figuring out and walking and living in my truth, putting action into strengthening my intuition with my guides and myself, and realizing that others may not have my best interests in heart and mind, and snap into boundaries. If this doesn't happen for me, I need to move this way. If they do this to me, I need to move this way. I will not be spoken to this way. I will not be treated this way. I will not be neglected this way. Because right now with this mental health check, it's saying get it together before it's gone. Okay? And the guys is all over this message saying we are here, we are present, especially with this blue water energy coming in. Maybe you need to get near water. Maybe you need to take a cleansing bath. But with this water coming in under your guides is letting me know that you really need to maybe go down to the water. The reason why I said wade in the water, baby. Wade in the water. When I say your cards keep coming out, I'm not joking. We got burnt out and we got another sad love story. Right? And this again, and this means of you have to balance your truth. Because as soon as you know exactly what your truth is, you won't be swindled into another sad love story, another job that's just using you for your skills, your knowledge, your wisdom, because you don't have good or strong enough boundaries, and you haven't checked on yourself lately to see if you can actually keep up with the capabilities of doing so. So you keep on this facade, and this is realization that it's not going to work. But in order for it to go onward and upward, Spirit is saying, reach out, take your moments. With this new energy that I keep hearing, with this new energy coming in, this new desires, these new passions, this new thought process for some as well, this clarity that came in with this new man is so powerful that it's onward and upward. And they want you to realize that before there is another sad love story. Check in with yourself. Okay? And let karma handle it. They know what's going on. That's also why your guides in the divinity card came up. Because speak with them, talk with them. A conversation is to be had. A conversation is needed to be had. Okay? And they are waiting and expecting it. Let karma handle it. And if you don't believe in karma, you feel like it's just people don't have karma. It's just, the consequences of their actions. Because some people don't even have that. Well, then let them have the consequences of their actions. All right? And in the means of, because I'm hearing your answer saying, don't worry about revenge. You'll get that when time's due. I don't know who that's for. But don't worry about revenge. You'll get that when time's due. But for right now, for you to, we got double genitals. I don't know who this is. But it's tiring you out. It's you need a separation. Again, splitting the die. You need a separation because right now they don't want you to focus on trying to handle shit. If you want to take revenge, they're saying fine, take revenge after you get your shit together. After you actually start telling the truth, meaning in the truth, living in the truth, being open and honest. No matter if it seems crazy, absurd, or negligent of something, you have to be honest. Okay? And they also want you to know that they love you for free. They love you for free. Absolutely free. No charge. No taxes. It's a write-off. Okay? So they're letting you know that. So don't try so hard on proving yourself to the external. Because right now, Spirit is saying you need to prove yourself to the internal. Like, you do want your passions. You do want your desires. Like me, I was like, I do want this. I'm going to do this today. And it's just like this thing of clicking your head. It takes a while to create a pattern. And if the laziness is slowly becoming a pattern to possibly self-sabotage, to disappointment of self in life and others, oh, maybe it's time for that change, for that shift. Right? Let's see if they got any other final messages for you before we close it out with an affirmation. Yeah, they they're poking it out. You haven't been as real with yourself as you think you have. Right? I'm hearing you're not nurturing yourself or loving on yourself. You're coddling yourself. Trying to falsely self-soothe something that doesn't need to be soothed. That needs to be put into action. Right? And it's not a means that you can't mourn a loss. The one thing a Scorpio energy gonna do is mourn, okay? And have the grief of 10,000 sons that have died, okay? So do that. But do it truthfully. Do it with the realization that maybe you need a break and you need to set some boundaries. Okay? All right, Spirit, what final messages do you have for this collective? In regards to the new moon energy for them. In regards to this reading. Anything else before I close it out, Spirit? Anything else before I close it out? I hope it rains. If it rains, that is a blessing. Oh yeah. Ashe. All right. I am dedicated to my craft and excited to expand. What did I say? This whole reading, I've been saying your desires, your passions, your dreams, your goals are not matching with the motivation, the dedication, the drive that is needed, right? And not in the sense that you're not doing it. It's like I said, right now your physical body is going through burnout. It's getting tired, and you feel like yeah, you keep going, but it's saying not right now. So in order for you to truly, and people feel like in order to be dedicated to my craft, I have to do it every day, hone it in, share. Sometimes being dedicated to your craft and being excited to expand on it is going back to the basics, right? Cutting it down to the very bare and realizing it. Going back to maybe just writing, going back to the drawing board. Starting with that first booklet that you create, whatever it is. If you're truly excited to expand, you have to realize that it's going to take some walls getting broken down, some doors getting replaced, and some things changing. So if you're truly dedicated to your craft and you are truly excited to expand on it, don't get caught up on the information of, the people possibly hurting you or not being there for you. Because there are people that are taking care of you on the front and back end. Right now, they really need you to take care of yourself. It's going to be hard to be dedicated to something when you're not dedicated to anything. Okay? So that has been your reading. That has been your reading. Actually, I will go ahead and, of course, give your affirmations because, yeah, let's go ahead and get some affirmations for you guys. Ambitious water cycle. What? Splitting the thick. That is crazy. All right. Spirit, what affirmation do you have for this collective to help them? This first card that came out is Recharge the Vessel. Recharge the Vessel. So we're going to go ahead and read these. Of course, if you don't know, I do read these 3 times. So that way, if you need to, write it down, repeat it with me, so forth and so have you. Plus, my tongue likes to do its own thing. So, recharge. I'm allowed to take breaks. When a task is causing me stress, I will take a deep breath, put a hand to my heart, and step away. This allows me to gain a new perspective, recharge my brain, and work more efficiently in the future. Right? Like I said, sometimes you feel like you're just sitting still and it's just, in the beginning, just decompressing all the information that you got, all the new news and new energy. You don't need to be in action to be in action. But I am recharged. Second time. I'm allowed to take breaks. When a task is causing me stress, I will take a deep breath, put a hand to my heart, and step away. This allows me to gain a new perspective, recharge my brain, and work more efficiently in the future. I am recharged. I'm allowed to take breaks. When a task is causing me stress, I will take a deep breath, put my hand to my heart, and step away. This allows me to gain a new perspective, recharge my brain, and work more efficiently in the future. Okay? The second one is the vessel. My talents, skills, hobbies, relationships, passions, and strengths are things that define me, which is why they want you to run around. My body is the vessel that contains these wonderful attributes, and so that I'm grateful. I am the vessel. And that's again like your passions, your drives, your desires, all of these things. And yes, your talents, your skills, I'm dedicated to my craft, all of this. You are that. But if you are not that inwardly, truthfully, honestly, wholly, and realize that sometimes setbacks happen and it doesn't lead to disappointment and leads to lessons, and realize all that is within me. I am my own intellectual piece. Okay? Second time. My talents, skills, hobbies, relationships, passions, and strengths are things that define me. My body is the vessel that contains these wonderful attributes, and to that I am grateful. I am the vessel. My talents, skills, hobbies, relationships, passions, and strengths are things that define me. My body is the vessel that contains these wonderful attributes, and to that I am grateful. I am the vessel. Again, thank you so much for watching this reading. If it applies to you, yes, ma'am, and that is gender neutral. And if it does not, stick around. There'll be a few more collective readings today. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And yeah, take care.